Laser sights will make you a more accurate and confident shooter by providing visual feedback on sight alignment and trigger control. Crimson Trace, making laser sight standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
#1 national voice in defense of your Second Amendment rights. Gun Talk, available on iTunes and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for Android and iPhone. To be on the air with Tom, call us now, 866-825-5486 or 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, here's Tom.
Are we having fun yet? I know I am. We're talking about guns and new guns and old guns and cool old cartridges like the 44 Special. Ruger has their new revolver in 44 Special. A lot of new things coming out, but a lot of them are cool and kind of old, or at least they got a connection to old. I mean, we love our 1911s, as in the year 1911. How cool is that? Just a lot of things going on. By the way, check it out. We have this stunning, unbelievable giveaway going on. Go to guntalk.com/win. It's like $9,500 worth of, an AR, an EMP from Springfield, Crimson Trace stuff, crossbreed holster stuff, a gun safe, 2,000 rounds of ammo. It's nuts how big it is. Guntalk.com/WIN/win. That'll work. Frank has called us out of Elk City, Oklahoma, line 3. Frank, what are you looking for?
Well, for the CMP competition, I carry a 1911 Ruger, and I was looking at the SR 1911 Target Ruger, and want to know what you thought of it, and if one of the guns and gear I hadn't got to that's been recorded, if you had anything on it.
All right, so you say you carry a 1911, but you're thinking about getting one of the Rugers for bullseye type shooting. Am I getting this right?
Right.
Okay, which 1911 do you carry?
The main one I carry is the SR 1911 Ruger. 45.
Okay, but not the Target version.
No, they just came out with it just not too long ago, and I had mine way before it.
All right, I guess let me start off by asking you, how do you like the Ruger carry gun, the 1911 that you have now?
I love it. I got a Crimson Trace laser on it. The only thing I've added to it, done to it.
Nice package. Well, as much as you like the one that you're carrying, you're going to like the Target version even more. It's just nuts how good these things are. I mean, everybody's making good guns, and I think Ruger is knocking it out of the park with their 1911s, kind of like a lot of the other folks, but holy cow, this is a nice pistol. Now, you've shot bullseye before, I take it.
Yeah. I hadn't actually got into the competition, but I've been practicing and stuff.
Well, if you like Ruger, and you already own a Ruger that you carry every day and bet your life on it, I don't know how you go wrong staying with the same brand for your target gun.
Okay. All right.
I think it's going to work for you.
That's what I thought.
No, I think I like the way you're thinking. I like where it's leading you. I would just buy the darn thing. Man, they're nice. Just poke around. You'll find it for a good price somewhere. I'm sorry, say again?
I wanted your permission.
Well, you now have my permission. Go and sin no more. Just buy guns. There you go, Frank.
Just one quick thought with this. What's the chances I'll probably decide to just carry the Target for my carry gun?
You're not going to do that. Well, it's possible. I do know people that carry adjustable sight guns for their target guns. It's going to create a problem, and you've already identified it. Every day you're going to say, which one do I carry? And you know what? On that one, I can't help you. You're on your own there, big guy. Frank, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Let's go talk to Cherry on line 2 out of Stringer, Mississippi. Now, this is interesting. What's going on here, Cherry?
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask your advice about something. I just recently got out of the military. Been in the military for about 10 years. And and before the military, I didn't know anything about guns at all. And now I've come to find out I still don't. I know all there is to know about an M12, an M4, M9. All the military stuff. I could take that apart, put it back together. That's fine. But I've come to see that the civilian world is just a totally different world when it comes to guns. And basically, I'm trying to transition and learn from military into civilian as far about guns. And my friends have told me that are military. They told me, okay, well, if you're good at the M12, then you just go straight for the AR-15. And I looked at the AR-15, and that's not transitioning to anything. That's just an AR-15 is pretty much the M12.
Yes, it is. It's okay.
As far as how it goes. So I wanted to know from you what would be a good starter gun for me, because it's pretty much just like I'm picking up a gun for the first time, And
well, let me jump in here, Jerry, because what we've got is, obviously you know how to run an M4, an AR. You know how to run a Beretta pistol. And if that's not, but if you want to do something different, now it leads me to ask you questions, which is, what is it we're looking at? Are we talking about hunting squirrels, hunting deer, just target shooting, having a carry gun, bird hunting? What are we wanting to do here?
It's deer hunting. It's where I live. That's a really, really big thing. I just moved here, and people have been asking me to go deer hunting, and that's mainly what I'm going to use the guns for. Yeah.
Okay. Do you, generally speaking, you're going to get an awful lot of value in a deer rifle if you get a bolt-action rifle. And there are, a lot of different brands out there, but you can get a good deer rifle for under $400 now, spend another $150 for a scope, or you can actually buy a package, like Ruger has a package of their Ruger American rifle with a Vortex scope on it for under $500 out the door, and it's accurate, and they work well, and they're real simple. I think what I'm going to suggest, though, because you're starting kind of not even at scratch, almost before scratch, you need a mentor. You need somebody to help you with this stuff, somebody you can talk with locally. And I'm going to suggest you find, there's a Mississippi gun owners group online. There are different people that you can tap into. I think you need to find some people locally you can shoot with and talk with about this.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. All right, yeah, and you said I can go online and find just someone near me?
Yes, exactly. There's a website called wheretoshoot.org. That'll show you shooting ranges in your area. If you start there or go talk to people at a gun store, just walk in and say, hey, I'm new around here. Is there a gun owners group or a shooting range or somebody I could talk with? Just start the conversation. Talk to people at work. Just because I guarantee you, in central Mississippi where you are, pretty much everybody you talk to is knowledgeable about guns and ready to talk to you about it. So
exactly.
It's more than we can handle right here, but you're going to get all the help you want. Yeah, and that's not a bad idea. Jim also says, hey, how about vet groups, American Legion, VFW, that kind of stuff. So you might tap into your vet groups also that can help you out. I wish you luck with it, and thank you for your service. I appreciate the call. All right, 866-TALK-GUN gets you in here, 866-TALK-GUN. I'm Tom Gresham, and this is Gun Talk.
A great trigger can make you a better shooter. For over 60 years, Timney triggers have been trusted by hunters and shooters everywhere. Timney triggers are proudly made in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. Installation is easy. Give yourself the Timney Trigger advantage. To see more and order online, go to timneytriggers.com. That's TIMNEY triggers.com.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations. on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at shopguntalk.com. Get prepared. Shopguntalk.com.
If you're like me, you don't have money to burn, but you still want to buy guns, ammo, and accessories. That's why we created Gun Dealio. That's a free smartphone app. Just download it and start getting the deals. Could be discounts, offers of free magazines for your gun, or you could be the first to hear about new stuff from gun makers. Here's how it works. With Gun Dealio on your phone, you get alerts when you enter a gun store. Special deals, you know. You don't have to do a thing. It'll do a lot of other cool things, like let you watch gun videos and listen to Gun Talk podcast. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Getting more while spending less. Smart, huh? Gun Dealio. Made in America. Gluten-free. At the App Store and Google Play or GunDealio.com.
It's really pretty simple. Your carry gun is a life-saving device. It must be with you. That's what the Springfield Armory XDS is all about. Small enough to carry, big enough to shoot comfortably, shockingly slim, single stack, with a 3.3-inch or 4-inch barrel, available in 9, 40, or 45. Highly accurate, great trigger, fiber optic front sight for fast aimed fire. The XDS at springfield-armory.com. That's springfield-armory.com.
During the break, Jim and I were talking about lever actions, and then which led us real quickly to Lucas McCain. Are you old enough to remember? All right, that's the question. We'll throw it out there. Lucas McCain, what show does that make you think of? 866-TALK-GUN. Ed's with us at line 4 out of Little Rock. Ed, what are you looking for?
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call. Well, I'm thinking about purchasing a DPMS AR-10, and my question is: are the magazines is the rifle interchangeable with other magazines? Can I put other magazines in it? Because
you can put some other magazines in it.
I'm sorry.
Well, you can put some other magazines in it. Honestly, I don't have a DPMS, and I don't think I've ever owned a DPMS. So without checking online, I'm trying to figure out if there's something weird about it. I don't think so. You just get a Magpul 30 round, get your Magpuls or other magazines. And of course, you can go to the DPMS website, and you can buy magazines there as well. So I don't think there's anything special about them. Okay,
I was just curious because the Armorlite only takes Armorlite magazines.
Okay, let me back up. Do you currently have a DPMS 308?
I do not. I was getting ready. There's a gun show today in Little Rock downtown at the fairgrounds, and they have one down there. I was getting ready to go purchase it because I thought it was a good price.
Oh, okay. How much are they asking?
$900.
That's not bad for DPMS 308. Not bad at all. Huh. You know what? Go down there and ask the guy who's selling it. Just ask him about magazines. Oh, here's the other thing. When you're there and you're making your deal, negotiate extra magazines as part of the deal. Say, all right, I want 10 magazines. Now, if I buy the whole thing, what can you do for me? And then we'll cut your deal right there.
That's an idea. Thank you very much.
All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. When somebody's about to sell you $900 worth of something, if he needs to cut you a deal on some magazines, chances are he's going to make that happen. Line 3, Heiko is with us out of Carson City, Nevada. Lucas McCain, Heiko.
That's it. That's Chuck Connors on the Rifleman.
That's right. All right. And now for extra bonus points, tell me about that rifle he had.
Well, it was looked like a sawed-off 1894 model with the big giant ring where you can just rapid fire it.
Yep, rapid fire. And then, don't you love the way he cocked it when he got finished?
Yeah, he always got it all ready to go.
he would spin that thing and do like a twirly spin thing. I always thought, well, that'd be a really great way to shoot yourself in the shoulder.
I would definitely hurt myself, but I love those. I got about 2 or 3 of them in a .32 Winchester.
Oh, man, what a nice deal. All right, okay, you're obviously as much a geek about this as I am. I'm going to go real deep on you. The sheriff on that show, what was the character's name?
I see his picture, but I can't recall. I can't recall his name.
Remember Micah?
That sounds familiar.
Yep, the sheriff's character's name was Micah. Yeah, I'm not a gun geek or anything, no. That's very cool, Heiko. Thank you.
I probably watched too many Paladins, so I only got a few of the Riflemen's in there.
There were some really good Westerns back then, weren't there?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me your favorite 1 or 2, maybe even 3 Western movies.
Well, I don't know if Blazing Saddles counts or the...
Of course it does.
I was thinking there was one. It was with Kirk Douglas, and it had Paul Lynde in it, and Anne Margaret.
Ooh.
Just trying to think at the top of the head. It was hilarious. Kirk Douglas
Paul
was supposed
Lynde.
to be a bank robber or something, and he was trying to rob the train, and he's waiting for the train to come around. He jumps off this cliff and misses the train and lands on the track.
Sounds perfect. I love it. It's just perfect. Anne Margaret. Yeah, oh, God, holy cow. All right, Heiko, listen, I appreciate it. Yeah, you had a misspent youth like I did. I was, Paladin. Richard Boone. He was one bad dude. I guarantee you. So many good ones. Of course, did you ever notice how John Wayne made a Model 94 Winchester lever action look small? I mean, he was just a big guy. And it always looked like a toy whenever he had one of those rifles. Other people, it looked like a rifle. He carried one around. It just looked like it was from Mattel or something. It was just the way it is. I get this email from Kent. He says, I had to laugh at the caller who said his 4570 kicked like an angry mule. He says, I know what he means. I have 4 4570s. Wow. He says, and I've got the TC Contender with a 12-inch barrel. Said it kicks like an angry rhinoceros with a bladder infection. It says, but that is the beauty of hand loading. You can download them until they start to behave themselves and show some manners. I love it. Joe's helping us out here, coming out of Katy, Texas. Hey, Joe, help us out with the DPMS and the other mags.
You can buy all different kind of magazines for the DPMS Magpool. There's all different manufacturers of it. Because I made a mistake and bought an Armalite, one of those 80% ones, and buying stuff for that is just ridiculously expensive.
Oh, so the Armalite takes a special mag?
Also, it takes a special upper and all that, because you can buy 30 different uppers for a DPMS. DPMS comes back where you break the barrel over, and it's got a slow curve coming up. The Armalite comes up and it goes about a 45-degree angle. I got a quick question for you.
You bet.
6.5 Creedmoor, 308. Which is a flatter shooting bullet?
The 6.5 Creedmoor is a little bit flatter, but more importantly, if you're shooting long range, you're going to be able to have bullets that have a higher ballistic coefficient, generally speaking, and that's going to give you less wind drift. And it's the wind drift that is actually more important. You can always dial in the drop, but the drift is kind of the unknown and the variable out there. But the truth be known, and that's going to drive the 6.5 people nuts, there's not that much difference. What are you wanting to do? How far you want to shoot?
I'm going to build me one of these 80% AR-10s. I want to build a 6.5 Creedmoor. I also want to build a 308. You're the one who got me addicted to this. You got me addicted to this, so it's your fault.
Guilty.
I started off with the
AR-15s.
And I started. You had some people on there from AWC or something like that talking about 80%, And you're the one that got me addicted to this. And then now it's your fault because I built probably 15 of them. I built me a 6.8, 6.5, AR-15, 300 blackout. Then I built my brother, my nephew, and all that, each one of them. So I'm putting the blame
Joe,
on you. Luckily, I'm not.
I'm hearing you blaming me, Joe, but I'm not hearing a lot of, not getting the feeling that you're really upset about this.
I'm not married, so who cares?
Oh, man, no more calls. We have a winner. That is, I'm not. And the thing is, and if you were married when you started off, you might not be when you got through with all that.
Whatever.
Whatever. There you go. Hey, thanks, Joe. I appreciate the call. Oh, my gosh, that's hilarious. So somebody asked me, so how many guns do you own? I honestly do not know. I do not know. We've got, ARs. By the way, what are you seeing for prices for ARs right now? Man, I'm seeing some nutty low prices. Now, I know that people are saying, well, everybody bought their ARs last year. They're not going to be buying them this year. And to a certain extent, that's certainly going to be a factor. The flip side of that, though, is there are a ton of companies that were anticipating Hillary Clinton winning the election. And they cranked up production of ARs. They made a gazillion of them. And a lot of dealers bought a zillion of them. And the pipeline is full. And nothing's moving. And the only way to pull product out of the pipeline is to drop the price. I have seen some crazy, nutty, low prices on ARs out there. And I mean, like, holy cow. Even if you don't need one. I mean, to the point where I've seen ARs being priced at a price lower than an upper. I mean, it's just kind of crazy what's going on right now. Now, they're not the brand name, the top line, any of that, but it's an AR. So it's that old deal of, well, how many do you need? I don't know. I'll let you know when I get to that number. I haven't gotten there yet, okay? Just fair to say. And my question for you is this. Do you use an AR-15 for hunting? And if so, how'd you get there? I would like to know that story. 866-TALK-GUN or just dial Tom Talk Gun. ARs for hunting.
Gun Talk encourages you to support the local sporting goods store, gun stores, ATV dealers, and other local businesses in your area who advertise on this station and Gun Talk. Only together can we protect our rights. You're listening to Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
All right, back with you. Let's see, a lot of things going on. Oh, yeah, by the way, our TV shows still running. They're running on Sportsman Channel. You can look at the listings, but also Thursday nights. Let's see. You can find Guns and Gear. This week on Guns and Gear, we're going to be talking about suppressors from Sig Sauer. What's going on there? We've got a premium pistol laser trainer and Ruger's 2245 Light. A lot of cool things going on there. Gun Venture. Let's see. We're going to be having one of our first-person defender shows on Gun Venture. Pretty cool stuff. Check it out. Roku, Amazon Fire, and now on Apple TV. We've got Gun Talk Media apps, they call them. Actually, channels, I like to call them. Maybe that's old school. I don't know. Hey, here's a story you're going to like. Out of Ohio, sheriff plans concealed carry classes. Wait for it. Salina, Ohio. Mercer County Sheriff Jeff Gray is gearing up to offer free concealed carry classes to all county employees, their spouses, and the public. Gray said he plans to offer the classes to anyone 21 and older beginning in March, funded by a concealed handgun license expense fund. He says it's not getting any safer out there. Boy, is he ever right. Let's see. Line 3, Kendall's with us out of Lusk, Wyoming. Kendall, talk to me about AR-10, mags, etc.
Yeah, AR-10s aren't like ARs. They all tend to be their own different things. There's not, interchangeability like there is with ARs, AR-15s. The Rock River Arms takes an FN-FAL mag. The Arm Light uses an M1A1 mag that's modified. You got to cut the square notch into it. They tend to be expensive. That's why the Arm Light kind of didn't do so well. And then the SIG, Stoner, Bushmaster, they use the Stoner pattern magazines.
Aha. Okay. Excellent information. I was not up to speed on that, and now I am closer to being up to speed. So I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the call. Let's go talk to Rex on line 2 out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Rex, hunting with ARs. What do you do?
Well, I do a lot of hog hunting with them. To me, they are probably one of the best hunting rifles out there, from everything from deer to hogs. And so far, I ain't had a hog run off yet after I've shot one with it.
What caliber are you shooting?
I'm shooting 65 grain hollow points. And once when they, at 200 yards, they just decimate a hog. I have not had one run off yet.
And you're just using a regular 223 AR, not shooting a 308 or anything, right?
That's right, just a 223s.
I'll be son of a gun. Obviously, you get follow-up shots. With hogs, you may have a chance at shooting more than one, which is why you might like to have quick follow-up shots. How do you have your rifles rigged up? What kind of scope, what kind of setup do you have?
I got what is called a hammer scope on mine. I sighted it in up from 100 yards all the way up to 500. And most of my hunting is between 100 to 200 yards. And the follow-up sights with it, it's got the unlimited eye relief on the scope. So it's very fast follow-up shots for more than one hog, in which where I hunt at, it ain't nothing to have 30 or 40 hogs in a bunch. It's just
wait, did you say 30? You said 30 or 40?
Yes, 30 to 40 hogs in a pack that run this area, but there's more than that there. I've seen herds come through there where it took them 5 minutes to cross from one point to the end of the herd to get by. That's how many hogs are here in this place.
How much damage are they doing to the habitat around there?
Well, I got a bunch of land down there, and I had deer up the yazoo. I had squirrels up the yazoo, and now you can't even find a deer hardly at all. You can't even find a squirrel now in the area because they have decimated the environment. You can't even swim in the creeks or anything anymore because of the runoff has polluted the creeks to where the state actually issued a deal advising people do not swim in the creeks or the lakes because of the bacteria and the diseases that are now being transmitted into the waterways from the hogs, feces, urine, and stuff.
So the deal is, for those who don't know, if you don't live in a part of the country where we have this kind of infestation, it's an epidemic. It is an infestation. It is a biological population bomb. It's a nightmare. It's coming to you. I just saw a story that wild hogs are moving north in the country. They're all across the South, Texas to the south. But what Rex is talking about is exactly, and thank you, Rex, I appreciate it. It's exactly what I'm talking about. 30 to 40 hogs in a group, sometimes hundreds of hogs in a group, and they populate like crazy. They destroy the habitat. They end up with fewer deer, fewer squirrels, fewer everything. You can't swim in the creeks, and that's why the goal is to shoot as many of them as possible. And that's why, as much as I love my bolt-action rifles, an AR is definitely the way to go on those. Line 4, Jerry's with us out of Washington State. Hey, Jerry, you're up.
Hey, Tom. I talked to you about 2 years ago. I was looking for a bear defense round for my SIG P220, and you suggested the 450 SMC with the 255 grain hard cast. Just want to let you know that is a beautiful round. Before we decided to buy much of them, I bought one box for the four of us. We shot at a dead cedar tree that's roots were in a swamp, so it was very wet and it had been raining for 4 days. At 25 yards, it penetrated 19 inches of wet tree trunk.
Whoa.
We recovered the bullet, and it was still loadable if we wanted to.
Okay, let me back up, Jerry, to explain to people what we're talking about, because some people are going, what? All right, you got the SIG P220, which is their really, really nice 45 ACP pistol. And what you're shooting in it, in the same barrel without changing the barrel out, is a 450 SMC cartridge. You can shoot it in a standard 45 ACP gun, but the pressures are higher a little bit. But you're getting much improved performance. And you're shooting those hard cast lead bullets, right?
Yeah, the 255 grain hard casts from Corbon.
Yeah. I mean, you practically cannot stop them. It's like somebody said, you will never, ever catch one of these in an animal. I mean, I've shot them, where we lined up all the gallon jugs, and usually in most handgun bullets, 3 or 4 gallon jugs, we'll catch a bullet in there. I think we had 12 1-gallon jugs, and from the 450 SMC, and we were using the Double Tap brand, but same deal, hard cast lead bullets. We couldn't catch it, just went all the way through all of them. And it's not like a Full Metal Jacket that just pushes through. It's blowing the snot out of stuff when it goes through, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Now, we did notice one issue with it. A friend of mine has a Glock 21 SF with the factory recoil spring, and it would not cycle. Once he put a heavier recoil spring in, it cycled fine.
Exactly. I was just going to say, you really do need to go with a heavier recoil spring because the slide velocity is too high. So that's what you got to do there. Look, I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you very much. Benny, don't go anywhere. We're going to get to you in just a second here. We got to take a quick break because I have run over again, as I tend to do. We'll be right back with more gun talk.
Crimson Trace announces the revolutionary Link, the world's first wireless laser and white light system. Combining a green laser at 300 lumen light with instinctive activation for AR-type modern sporting rifles. Link offers wireless control of the laser and light from the ergonomic replacement grip, eliminating the need to reach for the rifle's forend. Link. Smart, simple, secure. Available now. Visit crimsontrace.com to find a dealer near you.
Hi, this is Tom Gresham from Gun Talk. America is losing critical wildlife habitat at a rate of 1 football field every hour. It's happening on the Louisiana coast, but it's critical to all sportsmen and conservationists. These precious wetlands provide winter habitat for more than 10 million ducks and geese annually, waterfowl that migrate north through dozens of states. Don't shrug it off. Get involved. You can help. Visit vanishingparadise.org.
Smith & Wesson brings 10 years of development to your holster with the new enhanced M&P M2.0 semi-auto pistol. In 940 and 45 with a crisp and lighter trigger pull, the M2.0 has aggressive texture for a great grip, extended stainless steel chassis for rigidity, and 4 palm swell grip inserts for a perfect fit. The remarkable M&P, even better in version 2.0. See it at smith-wesson.com.
Back with the 866 Talk Gun. Get you in here. Benny's on line 1. I think he's going to take me to task here. Benny, what did I screw up on?
You didn't. Your caller did. He said that looked like a 94 that the rifleman had. It was a 92, and it was full length. Chuck Connors was like 6'6", and he could twirl it without hitting himself in the chin.
Oh, wow.
And he could shoot the gun left to right, and he was ambidextrous.
Well, now, do I remember Chuck Connor, the actor, was actually a professional baseball player before he started acting?
That's right. And there were 3 of those guns. 2 of them were 92s, and one was an El Tiger, or El Tigre, however you want to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And
son of a gun.
And like I said, it was full length, and he could shoot it either way. And there's an outtake from the rifleman on YouTube, and it shows him shooting the gun left-handed.
Did not know that. That's interesting. Now, I just did a little quick Googling for Model 92, and I see that John Wayne used a Model 92 in the movie The Searchers. So that's pretty interesting. Benny, by any chance, do you own a Model 92, or are you just kind of a fan?
I'm a fountain of useless information, Tom.
Wait, that's my job. I like it. So, all right,
John Wayne's gun was cut off.
Oh, okay.
It was shortened.
Interesting.
And,
all right, so what's your favorite rifle? If you had to pick up a rifle and go do something, what's it going to be?
The rifle I own is a Ruger No. 1 7x57 with a 4-power Redfield scope on it.
Which model number 1 is it? International or which one?
No, it's the, what is it? The Sportsman. It's a 22-inch barrel.
Okay, it's got the Alex Henry forearm on it.
Right.
Yep. That is a delightful...
The only thing I don't like about it is the swivel stud is on the barrel. I don't like that.
But you know, it would be... You kind of hate to see it screwed into that beautiful forearm on that thing, though.
You got a point.
Yeah, that is a nice rifle. It's weird. Okay, not weird. I actually own that rifle, Ruger Model 1 in number 1 in 7x57. Mine, I got it from my dad, and of course he was always, because he was a gun writer, he would put different scopes on and all that. And this has got some goofy scope on it that I've just never bothered to take off. The problem is the scope extends so far back that it is actually difficult to single load, of course, obviously single load a Ruger No. 1 in there. And so it's kind of a contortion, goofy thing. So one of these days, I need to pull that scope off and put a different scope on. Ruger No. 1s are just so attractive. They're just so pretty. And there's something appealing about hunting with a single-shot rifle. And yeah. I mean, I like my semi-autos. The first deer I ever killed was with a .308 semi-auto in 1962. But still, there's just something cool about using a single-shot rifle. I'm not saying that, it's what people should do. I'm not saying anybody shouldn't use a repeater. Right. We're funny. So they made rifles when you were a kid. Yeah, they were muskets back then. Let's see here. Let's ask Patrick to join us out of Athens, Georgia, line 2. Patrick, what are you looking for here?
Hello?
Hey, Patrick, you're up. What do you have there?
Oh, okay. I have a Hugo M48 Mauser. All the serial numbers match. It seems to be a very good rifle. I cleaned it, and it works like butter. The bolt does and everything. And it seems to be, like I said, very accurate. I just wanted your opinion on it.
What caliber is that?
8mm, 7.92 by 57. Yeah, okay. 7.92 by 57.
All right, you don't need my opinion on it. I think what you have is a wonderful rifle, Yugoslavian M48 Mauser. It is slick as it can be. They work well. That's a great caliber. Just shoot it, have fun with it, take care of it. But I think you've got one that you can keep for the rest of your life.
Well, thanks, sir.
Yeah,
it's
just enjoy, man.
Given to me by an old friend, and he passed away, and he gave it to me before he passed away.
That is perfect. You know what? And every time you pick it up, there's your buddy, your old friend with you. Don't ever let go of that gun. That's one that there are certain guns you don't ever let go of, and that's one because come on, it's more than a gun. It's a memory. When you pick it up, take it out and shoot it occasionally. Take your buddy to the range. That's what you're really doing right now. go straight to the phone. I want to talk to Kent in Casper, Wyoming, because we were talking about snakes earlier. What in the world, Kent? What's going on here?
Well, you know, the old saying in the West is rattlesnakes only die at sunset. And I found out that to be true.
What do you mean?
Well, oftentimes I'm on my small ranch and I have a horse named Lucky the Super Horse, and rattlesnakes always end up in her corral, and she alerts me to the danger. And I'm a small-time rancher, and I encountered one with a 95 Ruger pistol, and it's kind of with a lever. You know, you can cock it with a hammer, so it's a semi-automatic combination. Great weapon. So as this rattlesnake tried to strike my horse, I was able to shoot it through the body several times at about 20 feet. And I thought it was dead, but it sure appeared to be. So I removed the rattles and thought the snake was history. And apparently it just crawled out because rattlesnakes only die at sunset.
And I guess you encounter a lot of rattlesnakes, do you?
Yes, sir. They seem to travel in straight lines in the spring, and they stay on the same track. They slither, but they go in a straight line when they hunt. And so you got to be wary of that when you're hiking or walking, and wear your cowboy boots or your field boots, because you want to be safe out there. Oftentimes you might receive a wet bite, and that can be very dangerous, but oftentimes a dry bite.
Huh, okay. Well, very interesting, Kent. I appreciate that. Yeah, when you're out and about, man, I hate it when I run into a regular old, garden variety, non-poisonous snake doesn't bother you that much. I mean, yeah, I jump and have a small heart attack, but that's just the human thing. But man, when I get a rattlesnake sitting there coiled up and buzzing, I know some people say, well, just go around them. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's primal. I just can't. I mean, if assuming I have a gun, and that's a pretty good assumption, I'm going to shoot the son of a gun. Just what it is. And frankly, it's one of the reasons I carry a gun when I go out in the woods and out in the wild. So there you go. Michael's on 2 out of Texas. Michael, what are you using your AR-15 to hunt?
I use AR-15 to hog hunt. I use a Sig Sauer 5.56. My prefer to use Black Hills 77 grain open tip match ammo.
Is that working pretty well on the hogs?
I think it's working pretty well, and we definitely have hog problems. They had about 20 of them descended on my acre and just totally dug up my 1 acre property. So that's what motivated me.
It's like somebody coming through with an industrial-sized rototiller and tearing up all your property, isn't it?
Not only that, but they have a fondness. Most people don't know this, but actually they will kill baby deer.
I did not know that.
Yes, they will. They're very reproductive, and they outpopulate deer. They have like 5 to 6 per litter, 2 litters a year, starting at 6 months versus deer, which has 1 per year for 8 years. And then turn around, the big boars will kill baby deer on top of it.
Son of a gun. Well, there again, that's why we shoot those son of a guns. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. The pig problem, the wild pig problem, is a huge, huge environmental issue. It's getting worse by the day. And honestly, I don't know that we can shoot enough of them. I don't know what the answer is going to be. I know that in some places the states are actually killing them, as many as they can, shoot them out of helicopters. I wonder if they need some help with that. Anyway, AR-15s, good platform. All right, go do a little bit of shooting this week. Take somebody out with you. Think revolvers. Rediscover that fun. I got to get that 44, by the way. And make a date. We'll be here next week, right here on Gun Talk.